So just a quick note before this video gets started, this is a re-upload of the previous one I did today. The Nintendo Ninjas claimed it for copyright. So this is about that playtest that I guess they're trying to keep secret, but yet all the sources that I used still have their images up. But obviously YouTube's pretty easy for someone like Nintendo to come around and just say, hey, I'm going to copyright claim this entire video, and no, there's nothing you can do. So I'm re-uploading this with just the audio only, but I still pretty much read all the information about this playtest, so you'll still get the information, but there will be no images here for Nintendo to claim. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Well, go ahead and enjoy the rest of this audio, I guess. Thanks. So we have a huge update about that mysterious Nintendo Switch Online Playtest Program. Let's break down all the key details, whether you've been following the leaks or you're just hearing this for the first time. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So first, let's take a look at the original announcement from Nintendo back on October 10th. You can see this post over on X. It says, we will be performing a test related to a new feature for Nintendo Switch Online on Nintendo Switch. Starting at 8 a.m. Pacific on October 10th, existing Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members will be able to apply to participate on a first-come, first-served basis. And then they have a link here where you'll be able to find out more information. And I did try to get into this playtest. I was on the page to sign up, already logged in, ready to go, and I still failed to get in. So these seem to go pretty quickly, either that or maybe there were certain criteria that needed to be met that I didn't meet. But at any rate, there's been a lot of speculation as to what this test is for, since it mentions the need for a Nintendo Switch Online account. I saw some speculations like, oh, maybe it's GameCube games that you'll stream to your Switch. And I could kind of see some of that speculation, since we did have some rumblings earlier about an official GameCube controller coming from Nintendo, similar to the ones that we already have for the NES, Super NES, and Nintendo 64. And as a condition for getting accepted into this playtest, you are sworn to secrecy. Well, as you can imagine, that confidentiality agreement didn't last very long for some people. There are already some screenshots of the online playtest site going up all over social media. Most of these are getting taken down pretty quickly, but as you know, the internet is forever. And I did find this video from user ASM over on X who made a recording of the whole site and kind of broke down the different screenshots here. So let's go through those and find out about this mysterious playtest. First of all, it says, with the Nintendo Switch Online Playtest Program, we aim to test the boundaries of mass multiplayer functionality and gameplay on our servers. And then they have some reminders about online etiquette. I won't read through all those. And next we have the game's purpose. In this game, the goal is to work with others to fully develop a massive, expansive planet by utilizing creativity and farmed resources. As you progress across the planet, you'll discover new lands, enemies, and resources that will become essential to your journey. And then we have a breakdown here on how to develop that. It says, throughout your adventure, players will be granted special tools known as beacons. These beacons will emit a healing light that purifies and develops the land. The higher your beacon is placed, the wider its beacon zone becomes. Within your beacon zone, your best work can be done. Players will repeat the process until their current planetary block is considered fully developed. So if anybody's seen the movie, I believe it's Star Trek, where they have this whole Genesis program and they show like this just asteroid or whatever it is being developed into a living planet. That's kind of what I see here. You put these beacons up and then that area becomes inhabitable. Now we do have a breakdown of the different beacon zones. It says the beacons players receive will be their most valuable tool. You are the master of your beacon zone. Only you can move, lift, or edit items within your beacon's light. Just as others cannot edit things within your beacon zone, you cannot edit things in someone else's beacon zone. Places outside of beacon zones are public areas that anyone can work in. In public areas, anyone can pick up things, place them, and edit them. To protect your builds and precious items, you'll want to store them inside your beacon zone for safekeeping. And then next they go into what's called the dev core. The dev core is a separate space from the planet you'll be developing. Think of it as a social hub to gather with other players. At the dev core, you can level up your character, get items you'll need for your journey, commune with others, and more. So this reminds me sort of lobbies that you would see in multiplayer online games. Now there will also be ways to level up your character. This says anytime players make progress in developing the planet with a beacon's light, they'll earn dev points. Players can use dev points in the dev core to raise their development level. By increasing your development level with these points, you can obtain convenient items for further development activities. And to go along with dev points, there's also connects points. Players earn connects points by interacting with other players in a variety of ways. Players can use connects points in the dev core to raise their connection level. By increasing your connection level, players will have access to fun community-related items. So it sounds like connects points is sort of a way to incentivize you to interact with other players online and not just kind of build your own bunker somewhere off in a corner. Now this mystery online game has also what's called UGC. It says our UGC, user-generated content features, will allow players to create content that they can use themselves as well as share with other players. You can make all sorts of different UGC in-game. You can receive feedback by sharing the UGC you create with other players. To create UGC, you must obtain a UGC license by taking a test in the game to show that you understand the importance of respectful communication. And to go along with that, if you run across some questionable content, it does say there's a feature for reporting problematic players or inappropriate content that other players have created. Please report problems if you find them in order to maintain a safe and respectful gaming environment. And there'll also be sort of a map-like system. This says every player is equipped with a special skill known as Development Positioning System, or DPS. This allows players to see a wide array of details, including the development status of the planet and the position of other players. And you kind of see an image here of what that looks like. And you can use this feature to sort of look around. It says with the DPS's Spectate feature, players can see beacons and other players from great distances. Note, because this software is for verification, you cannot turn this feature off. Now let's say if you put a beacon out there and you can't remember where it is in the world, it does say if you've misplaced your beacon, you can use the DPS to warp to it. If for some reason you are unable to locate your beacon, please visit the dev mind in the dev core. And remember, the dev core is sort of that lobby area. Now they do also add at the end here that all the save data is being kept on the servers and not your local Switch, which anybody who's played any of these online games know that's generally the case. And during this playtest, they are recommending that you dock your Switch and use a wired connection so that way you get the best internet connectivity to their servers. Now the playtest period for this starts this Wednesday, October 23rd at 6 p.m. Pacific, and it'll go through Tuesday, November 5th until 4:59 p.m. Pacific. So I would imagine once this playtest starts, we're probably going to get a lot of videos and people probably streaming it out on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And when you have a big playtest like this, Nintendo's announcing ahead of time that people can apply for, it seemed to me it would be kind of hard to keep this under wraps, which is why I was kind of skeptical at some of the ideas out there that were being floated as to what was going to go on with this playtest. If it had been something big like streaming GameCube games, I don't think they would just have this general sign up and just kind of swear people to secrecy because you know it's going to get out. That's all the features we know right now about this online playtest for this mystery game that we don't really have a name for yet. Now I do have to wonder, since it is Nintendo, if they won't theme this after some of their IPs. I could see all kinds of things like being able to build your own Zelda area or maybe your own Mario world. But right now all we really know is it seems to be some type of online multiplayer social Minecraft type game. But let me know your thoughts below. Did you apply to get into this playtest? Were you accepted? And now that we kind of know what this is, are you actually going to look forward to the playtest if you got in? Or are you kind of like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't get picked anyways? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching and be good.